Hi, this is a Technology RideCast. I'm Mark Farley, and my guest today is Keith Townsend, otherwise known as CTO Advisor on Twitter. How you doing, Keith?
Good, doing good. How about yourself, Mark?
Doing really well, despite the shock of the Brexit news today.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit to digest. Over here on this side of the pond, I'm thinking of all of our good friends in the UK and how those conversations on the next couple of days are going to go.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch. At any rate, we should get going on what our topic is, which is looking at the Azure Information Protection Services. I spoke earlier this week with Greg Neerman about it, and he offered some opinions about how we thought it was really set up more for small and medium-sized businesses that are Windows shops. But I wanted to talk to you because you're a guy who's implemented technology like this in large companies. So I wanted to get your take on it, Keith. What do you think of this?
This is a really unique solution, I think, beyond even some of the smaller organizations. If you're a Microsoft shop up and down, there's some interesting things to look at from just a pure data loss prevention, data loss protection that makes this more of a turnkey, easy solution, because implementing this technology, I got to tell you, it impacts the end user, and it's not a simple thing to do even on the back end.
So in which kinds of ways does this impact an end user, Keith?
One of the biggest pain points when it comes to doing data loss prevention from an end user perspective is labeling and classifying data. I've never seen like a surefire, easy way to label and classify data.
So how do you think this Azure Information Protection Service changes that? How does it make it easier?
So one is integrated in Office, so you can put automation rules to detect, like if someone puts in a credit card information, and based on that reaction you can have classification rules that says, automatically classify that data as sensitive, or prompt the user to say that, I see that there's credit card information in here, you have to classify the data. And then the other thing, since this is an Azure-based service, the impact to the user experience is offset by just doing this stuff in the cloud. So the CPU and storage impact of scanning documents is offloaded to Azure, basically.
What advice or what would you suggest to CTOs with respect to this solution?
So obviously the best policy around DLP is to have a solid training program for your employees. The second one is to look at this type of solution, and I suspect if you're looking at it, it's probably for regulatory reasons. You want to look at what your minimum regulatory reasons for classification of documents are, and I think this Microsoft solution, from what I've seen, if you're Office Central shop, it's a pretty solid place to at least look if you haven't gone down that path already.
Keith, this was great. Thanks so much for joining me this morning.
Thanks for taking me for the ride.
You bet. Bye-bye.